Okay, so... Do you guys have good gaydars?
Yeah. I feel like my gaydar is very good. Okay, now it's going to contradict. But depending, I feel like over time, because...
Not initially then.
Yeah, because over time you get to know or see certain things to look out for. I think my gaydar is very good on social media because... It's
100%. Yeah,
it's pretty easy. Just mutuals.
Yeah, like I feel like you have to be a detective about it. Like it's not. I don't see it as gaydar. I think it's more like being able to research efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
Proceed.
So, like, example on socials. Socials is the easiest, yeah. Okay, so your first thing, depending on obviously who you know and like whatever, you look at your mutuals. So it's like, okay, who do we share? That's, it's given.
And there's certain people that you would not follow unless you are.
Oh, yeah, like...
I'm so sorry. There's certain people that you just don't follow unless you are a bit...
Yeah.
I've got a list of people I'm going to show you after we stop filming because I'm intrigued.
Okay.
Get your take.
Then, depending on where you are, next I would say Twitter.
Oh yeah, Twitter.
If you're on Twitter, look at what memes they use, because there's some...
Yeah, that media tab.
Yeah, scroll through it. Like, if you're seeing a lot of the, like, a lot of Whitney memes, a lot of Nicki memes, who else?
But like, you say that though, but you have a lot of gays that aren't into stuff like that. Like, I've got some friends who are gay who are like very like anti-pop culture. It just doesn't interest them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's like the
So how do you figure them man out?
I think it would still be like a combination, because like I'm saying, like it's not always like, oh, if they're using these memes, they're definitely like it's a combination of. That's why I'm like, it's how to do research efficiently. Like you have to pick up, look at the when they're wording, like if they're tweeting about someone they're attracted to, are they saying people or are they saying guy or do you get what I mean?
But
like,
do you know what? It's interesting you say that, because they're not even particular. There's like a few people who I follow, and because my gaydar is shit, and I've watched them on stuff, and now like refer to their relationships as people, and I'm thinking, okay, cool, and then I get the confirmation further along the line. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, how about more like, what about in person?
Okay, in person is a bit difficult. Obviously, if you are dressed a certain way,
so if
it's easier.
Okay, so hypothetically, you don't know me, you've never met me, no socials, I've just walked past you.
No, I wouldn't assume. No, but you know what it is.
It would depend. Like, okay, so I feel like it's setting based. Like, if I see you
down the road, out the road by the studio.
Oh, but in that case, then I'm not really looking for.
No, don't lie. You're not gonna assume.
I wouldn't assume. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't assume because I'm not looking for those signs.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? I feel like for me, when I'm looking, it's when like it's like, oh, if I'm interested in someone, do you get what I mean?
Same.
So it'll be in those scenarios where I'm kind of like, if I keep looking at you, are you gonna look at me back? And how are you looking?
Oh yeah.
How are you looking back at you?
This is like you at Carnival.
Yeah. Yeah, I was literally about to bring up that TikTok.
Like Carnival.
Yeah, because there was literally a TikTok talking about guys turning back and looking at you like when they're DO and stuff. And I remember literally the Carnival was the week after.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened. And obviously, I never spoke to the guy. I don't know if that guy is gay or not, but you don't walk past someone and look at them and then keep looking back and smiling at them.
Agreed.
Because, you know...
Was he cute?
Oh, he was cute. Do you remember him?
I don't really... I'm going to be honest, I don't remember.
This year?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to come with you.
Yeah, you have to.
I've never been, but I really, really want to.
You never been?
Last year was my first one.
Friends.
Oh, well, that's why we're here.
Yeah. No, last period. No, last year was my first. But like the thing is, again, I just wasn't paying attention. Okay. Like I was definitely my
Taz had his face on.
Yeah, like, but and it's not like, and this is the thing, like, okay, guys, I'm looking at you directly. Don't assume just because I've got a straight face, I'm not enjoying myself. Sometimes I'm just sitting back and watch it. Like, sometimes I'm brother.
It's a concentration face. Well, I find.
Yeah, like sometimes and I'm a people watcher as well, so I'm kind of like, oh wow, like see this person, but like, no, I remember one time we were at Booty. I'm just, like it's cold. We're outside in the smoking area. I'm looking around. Someone's like, oh, you look like you're ready to... Don't tell me I'm ready to... I'll actually punch you in the face. Like,
do you know what it is? That's me as well until I'm high. Because when I'm high...
Yeah, then he starts smiling.
I smile at everything. Oh my gosh, when I'm high, I just smile at everything.
Yeah, I feel like, that's the issue of having like a rest bitching face, because I just look pissed off all the time. And I think it kind of like aggravates me a bit further. Not that I'm aggravated, but like, whatever. I think it annoys me when someone's like...
Assumes.
Like, what's up? What's wrong?
Yeah.
Like, you
it's annoying.
You asking me what's wrong is what's wrong.
Yeah, like, you're actually, like, mind your business. Face your front, like, because I actually didn't come to... No, I'm getting heated. I gotta cool it down.
Really? Okay, right, so obviously you have like the gays who I love them, adore them, obsessed with them, where they're a bit like...
Yeah, I love them. Like, they're so brave.
No, literally, me and you both. So obviously, I live somewhere where like we're a bit backwards. Sorry, we're a bit backwards. And I remember I was on the bus this one time, and this guy was like all like dolled up, looked great, love it for him. And these kids were like, yeah, literally, big purr. And these kids were like, oh, what did they say to him? Oh, are you gay or something like that? How I didn't scream at these little like hood rats, honestly. I just think like, just got another question come in.
Oh, period. Oh.
And I just think like, I don't know, I try really hard not to assume, because I don't know what it's like with you guys. Do you have any straight friends?
Yeah. Not that many anymore.
Like straight male friends?
Yeah, a few, yeah.
Okay. So like, I have like quite a few straight male friends who are quite in touch with their feminine side. And I'm like that token queer friend now where people will be like, oh, do you think he's gay, Jord? Do you think he's not straight, Jord? Do you think he likes penis? And, and like, I don't know. I think because I have so many friends that are quite like fruity but not fruity, I try not to assume. But at the same time... I think it's more what you say than what you do.
Can I ask you something?
Go on.
So you said how you have straight friends, but they're touch with their feminine side. Do you feel like a lot of men nowadays are getting more in touch with their feminine side?
100%, I'm here for it.
Definitely.
I think we used to be like in like the 80s. And I think like everyone was, oh, this is fucking wrong, especially for black men as well.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I think so. I think it's hot. Like Will from Love Island, he's straight. He's just very... I think he is.
I do think he is. But I also feel like I've noticed this, and I've said this a couple of times, a lot of people, especially on social media, like TikTok and stuff, I think this is where the whole sassy men thing came from, because, everyone's kind of letting go of, or letting down that barrier of
filter,
masculinity or toxic masculinity, which they should, because I feel like it's very restricting. It's so restricting.
And boring.
It's so boring. Like, you really gonna live your life like that.
The femmes are genuinely so much more fun.
Honestly, and they're so carefree. This is why they're so... I respect them
like,
so much.
I think there's a liberation that comes with like a lot of femme gays, I guess, in terms of, I think, and do you know what it is? I think because obviously they're so, I don't want to say they're so prosecuted, because obviously everyone goes through it, but I think they receive so much ridicule based on their outward appearance that when it comes to certain things, they're like, I don't give a fuck, because you're going to judge me anyway.
Sure.
Like, so...
I think when I was younger... when I was like coming to terms with who I was and what I was into, I was very like attracted to like masculine men, because obviously that's internalized hatred, isn't it? Low key, like, let's admit, I get you can have a preference, but like low key. So like now I find myself like gravitating more towards like feminine guys, because I just think you're going to be fun. There's going to be no filter. I mean, not no filter, but like it's going to be a lot more enjoyable, I think.
Oh yeah, and you guys can relate more.
Like, imagine if we were in a club, right, and I bring my boyfriend to meet you, like, and he's masculine. He'll just be there like, if WAP comes on, he's not doing anything.
He's not doing anything. But you know what it is? I feel like you can be both. You can be masculine, but not to the point where you can't enjoy where you are.
100%.
Yeah. You know, even some gay guys, they're masculine to the point where it's like, oh, I don't do none of that, or that's too gay for me. No, we all like dick, we all like balls. Like, it's not that deep. And I feel like you shouldn't try to... I don't even know if they're trying to, but you're gay for a reason. And you should be okay with that. Because being gay, to me, feels like such a space for open-mindedness. And it's such a room for you to be free in who you are. And why are you gay and you're restricting yourself even more than other people are putting restrictions on you?
Yeah, 100.
And
Is that you? Girl, do not disturb. It's there for a reason.
oh, it's my dad. Put my phone on airplane mode. But yeah, I just feel like don't put restrictions on yourself when you don't need to. The world does that for you. You don't need to do that on yourself.
100. To conclude then, so your gaydars are good?
Oh gosh, I forgot about that.
That's the beauty of it.
I think
That's the beauty of this.
I think I have efficient, like I said, I have efficient research skills, and so far they've served me well in places where I've needed to put.
But some people you cannot tell. Like there's some gay people you can just not tell.
100%.
I just feel like this is toxic. I could be in a room with 50 people. We're all feminine, all 50 of us. I find one guy I fancy, and he's the straight one. I remember when I was at Pride, Brighton Pride, which is like the gayest of prides. And my friends, I was with my friends who are a gay couple, 2 girls, and they said to me, they were like, point out who you fancy so we can try and figure out what he's about.
Yeah.
I kid you not, every guy I pointed out was straight.
Wow.
That's but they didn't even look straight. This is like not that you should look straight or not look straight, but they didn't even like they didn't look mask or anything. They just looked nice. They looked a bit like. Can I give an example? No, I can't think of anyone, but like they just looked like your average like Jord.
But that's good. I feel like in a way that is good though because it shows a progression. In a way.
Yeah. They probably had bisexual girlfriends or something, to be fair.
Yeah.
Ally.
I feel like, wait, can I ask, were they white?
Both. Like, because there was like three or four of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What would you say?
Because I feel like, no shade obviously, but like white people, they're very, well, I find they're a bit more open with their parents.
100%. So like all the straight friends I'm talking about, they're a bit like in touch with the feminine side. They're all white boys.
Yeah, I feel like they're more open. It's like Will, for example, on Love Island. He's an example because he's straight, but he's just very just down to be him.
I think he's so attractive. Well, we'll get to that at the end.
We'll get to that.
I think he's letting. Okay, so with that being said, so I think if I didn't do this, I would be a matchmaker. I genuinely think I have the skills to be the world's best matchmaker. I can give you a match for the night, maybe not permanently. So with that being said, I have a lot of...
Oh, can I ask?
Go on.
Since you said that, what... Are you talking about physically or personality-wise?
What, for you two?
Yeah.
I was going to ask both.
Okay, so...
So what I'm going to ask you is, like, what is your type? Basically, yeah.
Oh, my type. You want to go first, Taz?
Okay, here's the thing. Like, I don't feel like I have a type.
Okay, well, everyone says that. We've all got...
No. But in this...
I really don't like that. Like, girl, have a type.
No.
I'd rather you have a type, though.
No, like, I generally don't. Like, I think... Do you know what it is? I think if I had to say I have a type, I like people that are passionate about a topic or like an area of life. Like,
Taz, you're different.
I like people that like... That's like if I'm talking to you, you literally get lost in the conversation you're having because you're getting so that's the type. That's the type of that's the type of things I like. So that's why I've not got a type because like if I look at the people that I've talked to, like or like that I've been interested in, they've all had.
Do you guys date interracially?
No.
Do you?
Okay.
But yeah, they've like
No.
Some of them will be like into anime and they'll spend hours talking about anime. Some of them will be into music, like talking.
It's very hot to have a passion.
Yeah, and
you're interested in or not, it's quite.
Yeah, because I'm like I enjoy learning.
Some passions I don't like, but that's for enough.
I wasn't gonna say, but yeah,
yeah, like I enjoy someone who could not even like it can be the same topic as me, but I want to be engaged in the conversation.
Of course.
Definitely.
So yeah, so like people that are passionate, obviously like funny, Physical attributes, I don't want to say because it's kind of like, I'll say that, but I've really gone after...
I don't think you have like a physical much.
Like, and also, like, your man could be watching this and he may not have the physical attributes which you are talking about, and then he'll be like, oh, I was about to DM him.
Oh, no, I'd rather narrow it down, sorry.
This is why you're single, Chad.
No, but true. Like, if you have some things that like are things you can't turn again, there's no point in you wasting your time. Like, don't talk to me.
I agree. However, I do think there have been times for myself and for my friends, maybe you two as well, where like they have met someone who isn't their type. But my argument is, you've got on, you like them, and quite clearly there's something very special about them for them to not be your type and for you to still like fancy them in a way.
Okay, but be my best friend.
Yeah.
Do you get? Because let's not like
cut the bullshit.
As much as I said I don't have a physical, but like physical attraction is very important. Like at the end of the day, like we can't lie and be like, oh, it's not a thing. Like,
because it's gonna get to the point where it comes down to that eventually. Because as much as you like it or not, especially if you're in a sexual relationship, I need to find you sexy. And if I don't find you sexy, them jokes ain't gonna hold that much.
Like, I'll only laugh for so long. I'm gonna be so real, like...
Shit ain't funny every day, B.
Yeah.
It's not funny every day.
Okay, well, what's your type then?
Yeah.
We won't give names.
I like...
Imagine if he watches this. Oh my God, text me. Text me.
No, I like...
What's his name?
I like tall guys.
Do they have to be tall?
Yeah. Taller than me, and I'm quite tall.
You're quite tall though. Can they be your height?
Oh, I have to really like you for it to be my height. And I've dated someone shorter than me before. Never do it again. But yeah, if you're my height, I'm 5'10". If you're my height, then yeah,
we can talk.
I have to really like you. But 6 foot plus, preferably. Black, obviously.
He made that clear.
Yeah, and someone that's...
It works.
Someone that's kind of like either muscular.
Okay,
so do you need like a man? We all have preferences.
I feel like yes and no. I feel like it's bad, but I do like some elements of masculinity. I do. Because I like, I like feeling small. I like feeling pretty. I feel like feeling like,
Yeah, okay.
But I also don't want you to be like, I don't know. What's that word? It's not condescending. It's patronizing. Okay. I don't want you to be patronizing because
that comes with height, to be fair.
Yeah, but I don't mind that. They'll be like, oh, you're short. I'm like, okay, I am shorter than you.
I am what?
But like, not to the point where it's like, oh, if I'm doing some really gay shit, you're gonna look sideways. Yeah, like, I want you to be gay with me, like, when it's time to be gay. Like, I want to be able to, like, watch Drag Race with you or go to gay spaces with you and you not feel type of way.
Okay.
And I feel like there's a level of confidence and sexiness when you can be who you are, but also just not feel any type of way being around people that aren't like you. Because you're secure in yourself. And that goes with, obviously, straight guys as well. Not that I'm looking at straight guys, don't care about them.
Yeah,
but
let's not do a James Charles.
Yeah, but yeah, I just feel like I just like confidence, and yeah, I think that's mainly my physical type anyway.
Cool. Okay, so to the black and to the brown boys watching, you've heard what you need to.
The tall,
funny, bag,
tall.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
What's your type?
Do you know what, right? People have been... So I have this, like, follower from South Africa, and he keeps on cussing me out for changing my opinion on things. It's like, it'll be like 27 minutes, 30 seconds in, and they'll be like, Jord, like 4 episodes ago, you thought differently. Okay, so I like to say black men, but to be honest, if I meet someone who I really like that isn't black, I'm not going to turn them away because our like pool is so small. So I think humor is the main thing. I'm not funny, so I need someone to make me laugh. I need the funny guy.
I think you're quite funny.
You're really sweet. Let's get together. Let's date. No,
You heard it here first, folks.
I think we'd kill each other.
Really?
You're too bad for me.
Me?
Yeah.
Why am I bad?
Not bad, but like. I think,
Or like bad. Like I'm
like
bad.
I think you're too cool for me. I need someone who I want to be the cooler one. But yeah, I need someone who's
At least you know that you want to be like with someone. That wasn't a diss. That wasn't a diss. So, you know, yeah.
Come for him, not me.
Right, okay, so I need someone who's funny, someone who dresses well, someone who can get on with my friends. I've heard
100%.
I've heard so many horror stories where people have dated someone and they don't speak to their family and they don't speak to their mates. They just come into their yard and go to their room. Nah, couldn't be me. Music, I think music taste is a pivotal thing. I want someone who will go to the same gigs as me. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm really asking for crazy things, really.
Yeah.
Someone who's career orientated.
That as well.
I can't be with someone who wants to have the same job from the age of 16 to 60, unless it's a very well-paid job. Big up you. But when is that the case?
Do you know what? Yeah, I don't feel like I feel like I don't want someone. Well, I wouldn't mind, but I prefer someone not be in the same field as me. Like, I would rather someone that's not as creative as me.
Okay.
Just because I think I saw something where it was like, it was a woman, she was saying how she wants to come home and hear a different story other than what she does. Like, say if, so Taz is in the medical field. If I'm doing podcasting all day or doing something very creative all day, I want to come back home and hear something different.
Okay, I get that. However, I think if you're like, obviously we're all like upcoming creatives is what we are, right? Yeah. It's not a 9 to 5. It's not a 9 to 5. So like, our schedules are very unpredictable. Yeah. And I think if someone isn't creative, they're not going to understand that.
I disagree.
Really? Okay.
I hear what you're saying.
Because I just think there have been people before that I've dated. Not dating's a strong term. Seeing. And they've been like, are you free this weekend? I'm filming. What about after? I'm tired. What about after? I'm editing. Yeah. They don't get it.
I think it's because it's quite a newish thing as well. It's a newish thing. But I feel like a lot of people do get it. I feel like
I think that's why I disagree. Because like for me, I'm looking at it from my perspective. So like when I was working in the hospital, I'm working 12-hour shifts 3 days a week. Do you get what I mean? That's not your standard at 9 to 5. But I always, like, there was times where I was talking to people that are 9 to... I think because the concept of being a creative seems like... it's obviously a bit more like, oh, you're having fun. Like, a lot of people don't consider it work. But I think after a while, people will deep like, okay, no, like you have your times where your energy's low. You need to take a break and stuff.
Especially now, there's so many creative opportunities where it's like you need to get to know because this is kind of the new way for a lot of people.
Well, yeah, no, for sure, for the three of us, anyway.
Yeah, because it's something that is very prominent now, and you kind of have to get with it.
And I also think the reason maybe I don't understand it is because no matter how no matter how tired I am, I will always make time for the person I care about. So like, so even if I am exhausted and my eye is drooping, I will droop with you there. Like, do you know what I mean? So like, to me, it necessarily would be like if you wanted to see me, come, but we're just gonna sleep all day. Like,
but you're still together.
Yeah.
Do you know what though? Right? Like, and not in like a toxic way, but low key, I'm really jealous of the boys and the girls that date handyman.
Oh my gosh!
Right, because let me tell you why. Yeah. Not for that reason. Because how nice must it be to date someone who's a builder, a carpenter, an engineer? They can fix your house for you. Whereas instead...
We need more plumbers. We need more
Here I am, right?
No, we actually need
in
more.
2023, stuck talking to marketing assistants, like wannabe rappers, athletes, and content creators. Do you know what I mean? Like, give me a builder, give me a painter.
Throw it back a bit. Throw it back because can we go? Like, remember when men used to go to war? Oh my god!
There's a real obsession at the moment with like becoming self-employed and being an entrepreneur. And I'm here.
I feel like that's a bit toxic though.
I'm all about people chasing what they believe they can do.
But I don't feel like it should be forced on everyone. Some people, for everyone.
Some people just can't do it. I've watched a lot of podcasts with people that are big, well known, and I think mine's better than yours.
No, 100%. It's about being self-aware and being like, okay, even though yes, this is something that I'm passionate about, but just because you're passionate about it doesn't mean you're good at it.
And sometimes it can just be a hobby and just a hobby. Like I've said to myself many times, if this is just a hobby for whenever, I'm happy with that. Because I feel like once it becomes a job and it becomes money's involved and you're getting paid, you lose the passion. I don't want that. I'm if this is all I have forever. If this is all I have for like the remaining of whatever, then I'm satisfied. Yeah. Obviously, like it would be nice to like.
But that's because you love it. That's because you love it. And people, even if it's not a necessarily creative hobby, even I feel like people should have something outside of their career that they love. Just like, even if it's sports or just something.
Just something in it, like just something to like even up the week a little bit.
Yeah, but entrepreneur culture did it because
not every day rise and grind. Not every day rise and grind.
Sometimes just try.
Do you know what? I'm very comfortable with the idea of having a 9-to-5. To be honest.
No.
Each to their own, obviously.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with it.
It's more the routine.
But I think I know, like, I accept that it could be a reality. Does that make sense? Like, ideally, I'd want to be... Do
you not have a 9-to-5 now?
No, but it's like my whole life. My whole life. Like, I know past a certain age, I don't want to be, like, have that restriction, because if you think about it, 9-to-5 is a lot for well to me anyway. I feel like it's a lot for a human because
it's because we're Gen Z. Gen Z don't know how to adapt to full-time work. It's a massive thing because our parents wouldn't even shrug it. They'd be like, okay, whatever. Yeah. Whereas we're like, oh no, for fuck's sake, like I don't want to work 40 hours a week.
It just seems so scary to me.
So I'm 24 and I've never had a full-time job. My brother has, he's 22. My mum has said to me, she's like, but you just need to accept it. I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to accept it. Like, I'm very like...
But I think, so I was watching, well, not that was, the TikTok didn't relate to this, but I think it's also about being like real. Apparently I get told I'm a bit too real sometimes. But
I can see it.
But like it's about being like, it's not even about like, yes, you might not want it, but you have to become aware that it's a potential, it can be a potential that you'll end up having to do it.
Yeah.
And ultimately it might be inevitable. So you have to be okay, you have to be in a place where you can...
That's me.
Yeah, me and you both.
You have to be in a place where you can be like, if I end up there, I know I will have, and set up things that will be like, if I have to end up there, I know I'll be able to cope. Because realistically, that's what a lot of people have to do. That's the majority of jobs. You get what I mean? Because even if you look at it in like this creative space, let's say the creators, yes, they have like a bit more of like a mixed match schedule, but the people that support the creators, that's a 9-to-5. Do you get what I mean? Yes. You're more, and you're still working, even as a creator, you're still having to work within that 9-to-5 bracket. And even once you're now then using as your full-time income, that's now a job. Do you get what I mean? So the realities of 9-to-5 are present. You're just doing them. You're just doing them 12 till 8.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So it's something we're all gonna have to, you know.
Right. We've been talking for fucking ages, so I'm gonna have to move on.
No, it's okay. You know, you got a big mouth.
Do you know what? Right. There's no in between. I either have the guests like you, wonderful too, that like have loads to say, which I prefer, and the ones where I'm literally there like kicking them out the table. Like, come on, say something. Add to it. No names. Okay, so we're gonna play a segment.
Yeah.
It's called Side to Side. It's personalised for us three.
I've been here on.
Yeah, I've been here all day. Yeah.
Do you guys like that? Oh, your Nicky stands, aren't you?
And I
right.
Because I was that face. All of a sudden, cameras.
I'm going to stay
Stay over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, I'm going to give you two options, right? You give me yours, and then I don't know if you guys are going to have similar options or not. So I'll give you two options, right? You say what you prefer, you give your reason why, and then I'll do the same. Okay, so side to side. Manchester or London?
London. London.
See, I was intrigued to know what you would say, Taz. Put Manchester.
Well, okay, so for me, I'd probably say London just because I've always wanted to live in London. Not that I have anything like Manchester is cool. I've been there, but like
I've only been there once.
Oh, it's lovely, you know.
Like yeah, it's cool, but like I feel like because I don't know if I'd enjoy living there. I think I'd enjoy visiting.
Yeah, visiting for like a cute
went for my birthday last weekend. It was lovely.
Yeah, but I feel like this comparison of like Manchester is the new London, it's dumb because it's really not. Like it's actually Manchester's Manchester.
It's not the new London. It's the cheaper London. That's what it is.
No, even in that respect, I feel like the only similarities is just their big cities to get. Like outside of that, there's no. You're just trying to get a big city experience for cheaper. Like you can move to any big city and it will give you the same sort of London feel.
I just love London too much. I love it.
I
feel like there's so many different sides of London. Like London is just not typically what people see it as. There's so many different pockets, and because if you think about how multicultural London actually is,
so is Manchester.
Yeah, I get, but I feel like the only downside to London is so expensive. It's ridiculous.
Okay,
expensive.
So well, obviously, as you guys know, I don't know if you know, to be fair. So I'm moving to Reading.
Yeah, I think you told.
Yeah, so I'm moving to Reading. I don't want to live in London because it's so expensive. But I want to be.
I get that.
I want to be nearby. I want to be a 20-minute train away. But that's purely because of this. Other networking things. London is where it's at. Let's be honest.
Yeah, literally, that's where everyone is.
However, if all the things that I have and want if all the things that I need, which are in London, could relocate 100 miles up. I have
too
people
much.
are nicer, things are cheaper. I got a pint the other day in Manchester for $3.50.
Oh, okay.
My meal came to like £17.
I really hate that London just cost of living. Cost of living.
They don't take it into consideration, do they?
But I'm gonna
say Manchester.
I have such main character syndrome, so London is just.
You're that girl in London, even. Sorry.
Yeah,
I hear that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Manchester 0, London 1. Okay. Caroline Flack or Maya Jama?
Maya Jama.
Sorry. Have you watched Maya Jama walk out?
Have you seen her?
Sorry.
Do you know
Sweet
what
babe.
say, right? Maya Jama, my Arbali said this to me. Maya Jama is the only person who can do that walk and not make it cringy.
100%.
Oh my gosh, she makes it look so sexy.
I'm actually getting chills thinking about it. Like, she's just...
I'm so glad you mentioned that. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, my Arbali said to me, she's just like, she's so cool and it doesn't feel forced. Because I think I loved Caroline. I really liked her. Laura Whitmore. Oh dear, what was going on?
I feel like Laura and Caroline.
Do you know what it is as well? Maya has the personality to start mess without it seeming for, because even like when they were doing we'll talk about Love Island in a bit, but the recoupling, like it just felt so like she was just like she's speaking and she has a talent that a lot of like I think creatives that are getting into these mainstream places like Nella and stuff have, which is they can interview you or they can talk to you and make it feel like they're talking to their friend.
It's not like robotic.
Yeah, it's not because I was saying this to Rashawn, I was like watching Nella present for the Brits. Do the Brits
with what's his name?
Michelle Visage for this year's one.
Okay, yeah.
So Michelle is obviously this American. She's very TV trained and she's speaking very like, so what are you looking forward to?
And a lot of them are like that, Laura and thing, because they've been in it for so long.
Yeah,
so they're very trained
to do this.
Like, whereas the Nellas, the Mayas, they're very good at creating like a personalized sort of friendship talk where it allows like people to put their guard down, and when you put them up against these people that are trained, they're falling, or the people that are, or in Nella's case when she was presenting with Michelle, she's kind of pulling Nella back and it's not giving that full effect.
Yes.
So yeah, definitely Maya Jama.
I was actually going to say Caroline Flack, but after hearing that, I think it's more because she's the OG.
Okay, fair.
But can we agree she's better? Can we agree she's better than Laura?
Oh yeah.
100%. 100%.
Apparently, though, I saw this thing. So last season, Laura Whitmore was in it for like 25 minutes, and she got paid like
something million. Yeah.
Something stupid. Like, I could do that. 100.
Because even Aftersun is more enjoyable now that Maya's on it.
Yes,
they even saw like an increase in their viewers. Like so.
Right, Maya Jama, let's go. Okay, masculine guys or feminine guys? Can I go first?
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Okay. As I've gotten older, I just think feminine guys are just the way forward. If I could, I don't like people that give the answer, 50-50, because I probably would say 50-50. But however, if I'm picking one or the other, I'm picking feminine guys. I know where I stand with them. They're probably more affectionate.
They're more fun. They're totally more fun.
So yeah, I'm going to go with the baddies.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the baddies
Not the
as
DLs.
well. The baddies.
Wait, in what context are we talking?
Romantic.
Oh, in romance?
Yeah.
Ooh.
But I do like masculine guys, obviously. Don't
Okay, so I'm going to be annoying and be like 50-50 because I like...
You have to choose one.
No. Let me explain why I say that.
I might consider it.
I like, in certain situations, I want to be looked after in a way I don't think a feminine guy can look after me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in a lot of scenarios, sorry for stereotyping, but in a lot of scenarios, feminine guys will want to be the princess or will want to be...
So two femmes isn't... But then would you say you're a feminine guy?
No.
No, I wouldn't say you are either.
I think I'm very... Depending on like the scenario, I'm very 50-50.
Same.
So like if you catch me at the right time at a club...
Oh, he getting it popping.
I'm getting it popping, like,
popping.
But like, let's say if it comes to, let's say, maybe one-on-one, or you're telling me about your life, or you need something done, I'll be like, I'll provide that, like, I'll do it for you.
Okay.
So that's why I say 50-50, because it's like...
Because it balances you out.
I need someone that balances me out when I feel like I can't be the one that's...
that.
Yeah, do you get what I mean?
Yeah, okay, all right. Hello? Just say it, man. We're all feeling it. Just say it.
Gunman, bad. Yeah.
But like I said before, I like being the princess. I like being the cute one. So I'm gonna say masculine.
Do you know what I'm gonna say though, right? I prefer it when people like you are honest, because you know when someone says what their type is and they quite clearly don't mean it, and then like you find out later on the line. So if you were to say to me now, feminine guys, I'd be like, well, I know you're lying. So I actually... Yeah,
and I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie to the people them. I don't want to lie to the people them. Not in a toxic way, like, oh, my man has to...
You just want to be looked after.
Yeah.
I hear that. Okay.
So
dominant. I think dominance. I think that's the more important one.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued for this one. Yeah. Okay. Bear in mind, I've done this personalised for you too.
Okay.
Control or SOS?
SOS.
Yes.
Sorry.
Agreed.
Sorry. SOS.
I cannot answer this question.
I even asked you this. Yeah, I asked him this yesterday.
I knew yours was SOS because I saw it on Twitter the other day.
Oh yeah, I'm a SOS. I'm a keep that.
Like
claim that.
The progression in SOS, lyrically, sonically, aesthetically. When I listen to Seek and Destroy, honestly, I just want to like scream because I'm just so happy. And Kill Bill. And then what's that song with is it In Your Arms?
Open arms.
I've like, but then part of me thinks I'm biased because I didn't get into Control when it first came out. Yeah, neither. Yeah. I've become a Scissor stan like in between.
Same.
But I think SOS is gorgeous. I cannot wait for that tour. Catch me in the SOS circle, whatever you call it.
Club SOS.
But yeah, I can't pick, sorry. Yeah.
But do you know what I was saying? I was saying this to him yesterday. I understand if people were to say Control over SOS.
Control's a classic.
It literally is a classic, but it just didn't hit me. But before...
do you think that's because we're more established Scissor fans now? Because I think that has an influence in it. Because do you not think it's fair to say we like Scissor a lot? Because I was waiting for this to come out.
I was waiting. Remember, I kept saying to you, this is going to be the
you
one.
Said this to me as well. I don't think we were waiting for Control to come out.
Yeah, true. But it kind of just came out. And no one really knew about Scissor at that time. Like, you know, Control kind of just took a turn of its own. But SOS, the songs leading up to SOS, I just knew this was going to be what
and like,
it was.
the way that she's like layered, I don't know if layered's the right word, the way that it's like ordered, they all like transition so smoothly.
Well,
and
even though they sound so different, a lot of them, it just fits
and it's
so
like,
well.
I think SZA is finally getting her flowers. I think it's like the highest performing R&B album for like...
It's been number one for nearly 9... It's going to be 9 weeks.
Is this still number one, is it?
Yeah. It's going to be number one for 9 weeks.
I just adore her. I'm so... Yeah.
I'm just...
Yeah, sorry, I'm not going to pick because Control came out at a very pivotal moment in my life. Yes, okay. I'll say this. I picked SOS yesterday, but that's because at the minute, because it's new, I'm going to SOS
this
first.
Is fair.
Do you get what I mean?
Fair,
but I can't say so for me, I always say things that are in my top 5s are songs that I guess are soundtracks to my life at specific times. And SOS is in my top 5 because it's a soundtrack for a specific moment in my life.
Yeah.
Whereas, not SOS, sorry, Control. Whereas SOS has come off, it could have been, but it came off the back of like me getting over a situation, but I established that this is a great album. Do you get what I mean? So I'll say SOS just because it's new, and obviously I'm going to listen to the new stuff because it's new. But I don't know if I can balance them and be like, this is a favorite because, yeah.
One last thing I will say, to add. Her wireless performance made me...
Did you go?
Yeah. It made me fall in love with... not SOS. It made me fall in love with Control.
I'm so jealous.
Because...
They do say that. There are certain songs that you don't fuck with, and then you hear it live and it completely changes your perception.
So I think that's why I have a lot of appreciation for Control now, because I saw... That's literally what she performed live. Yeah. But SOS is that girl. Sorry.
Right, so the last one. Nicki or SZA?
Nikki. That's no way.
There was no... There's no one you can put after Nicki.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna... Don't even do that.
Nicki, Beyonce, Nicki. Nicki, Rihanna,
Nicki... yeah, sorry.
Shoot Beyonce or stream Nicki.
It's giving me mental illness.
No.
No, don't do that.
No. Now, one thing we ain't gonna do...
I'm sorry, guys. I just don't see it. No, that's a lie. Let me go back. Let me rewind.
I'm pretty sure she was in your most streamed artist.
Exactly. Yeah, so...
No,
They keep hitting, but still watching. Yeah.
Okay, so The Pink Print is probably one of my favourite albums ever. I think it is so...
It's my favourite album.
Best of hers.
Yeah.
However, her behaviour is just...
Oh...
Like, come on. Like,
Here we go.
Can you really... Because me and Trey spoke about this.
I know what Trey has to say about her.
You watched.
Yeah.
And I just think it gets to a point where, like, you cannot remove the artist from the art. She is very talented. One of the best, if not the best female rapper ever. Personally, I prefer Lauryn Hill, but I like Nicki Minaj as well. But I just... Do you know what? The fact that you've remembered that she's in my top 5 doesn't help my case.
Yeah, no. Like, what are you going to say?
Because a lot of people say, her personality... No, but do you know what? I get her personality is not for everyone. We have to remember, she is an older Caribbean woman. You know, them WhatsApp aunties, like, she's one of them. 100%. She is. And I think once you get past that, it's like, okay, this woman's a bit kooky. But a lot of people in the industry think the same things that she does, but she just says it. She just says it. And I've noticed a lot of the times when she says something, years later, it turns out to be true. She always gets proven right.
What do you think about her comments about COVID and not getting vaccines?
But see, in terms of stuff like that, the only people were saying that the only difference is that she has a platform. And I always say this about yes, obviously she's a role model, but people wrongly make people their role models, because this was, I don't know if you remember, around the same with the BLM movement, No Name called out like rappers like J. Cole and all of them, and they're like, why aren't you guys speaking about this? But at the end of the day, yes, they are celebrities and yes, they have a platform, but they have no...
Should be obliged to say...
They don't owe it to anyone to say anything.
Especially if they're not that well clued up or educated about these things.
And I think also you need to appreciate, like, not every black person wants to talk about their culture all the time.
Exactly.
So one of my closest friends is mixed race. Oh, God love him. he has next to no knowledge when it comes to societal issues regarding black people. He always says to me, he's like, you talk too much about race. I'm like, I talk too much about it because people like you don't. So it evens out.
Yeah.
You know? But I do agree with the fact that some people don't want to talk about it, and that's cool. That's okay.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, people were, fam, what's her name? Letitia Wright, was she not questioning the COVID vaccine? And to be fair, rightfully so, because realistically, I work in clinical research. We don't know what's in the COVID vaccine. Like, there's question. You should question everything. It wasn't like. And obviously, I get it. Like, in the sense of like, we want people to take the vaccine.
Yeah, we could say she could say things a lot better. I can admit that she can say things a lot better sometimes. But even when she does, people don't hear her because they don't like her.
Okay.
They don't hear what she says because they don't like her.
It's a pre-perceived conception.
They think, oh, Nicki Minaj, big bar, what does she know?
And I hate this, no, it's going to sound bad, but like I hate this preconceived idea that like you can't separate, like I have friends that I disagree with wholeheartedly on certain situations, but they're still my friends. So just because I support you doesn't mean I'm gonna agree with everything, and I feel like that's the thing with, like, obviously I call them unicorn barbs. They're unicorn barbs that will defend everything and everything.
Yeah, I'm not gonna defend everything,
but I'm not gonna. And
like, can you acknowledge that they are a bit too much? Like,
the unicorn, 100%. But
I feel like there's a bit too much of people in every fan.
There's the Beehive have the bumblebees, the Navy have the
sailboats, or
I don't know, whatever. Like there's always gonna be some sort of like fanatic within any sort of, even outside of like race.
Even like sports fans are much worse than music fans. I'm so sorry, because they get physical. I've worked in stadiums. These people are crazy.
Yeah,
if their team lose, oh boy,
it's really scary. Actually, apparently, like, sexual assault rates go up,
and abuse in homes. Yeah. But people don't talk about that. People just talk about the people that defended Nicki Minaj on the internet. No,
let's be fucking for real. Worry about your life.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say scissor.
Okay, that's fine.
That's fine. I see that.
That's fine to have a wrong answer.
I think SOS was very monumental. Like, you know, like when like an album just comes at the right time. Want some more? Want some more? Okay. That was SOS. So I'm gonna say scissor, but I do like Nicki Minaj's music, not her personality, but her music.
That's fine.
But
that's all right. You know.
She follows me on Twitter, by the way, guys. That's my sister.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Ariana Grande followed me on Twitter, but then she deactivated her account. So I was very upset. Like, you can see it literally where, like, you're...
Did you screenshot it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, from like 5 years ago. I think it's like, it was like April 2013. The screenshot's somewhere on my computer.
Oh, I miss her.
Stan, purposely like been avoiding your tweets, so like I know what to I don't know what to expect.
Okay.
Okay, so where it's Saturday, it's Saturday. I think this is going to come out on Monday or Tuesday, depending on how. Depends how lazy I'm feeling, to be honest with you.
So like it's a week after it's happened.
Oh, I meant when I released this.
Oh no, like a week is technically a week after.
Yeah, okay. So like around a weekish ago. So we're on Saturday. Was it Monday or Sunday? It was Sunday, wasn't it?
Sunday, but like Monday morning for our scripts.
Okay. So Rihanna halftime show. She hasn't performed for what, 5 years?
Yeah, probably
like
5 years.
7. I think it's 7.
I think you're thinking of when Anti got released. That was 7 years ago.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
Okay, so it's been 5 years. Halftime show, Rihanna. I don't know where to start with this.
Should I start?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so I feel like when I first watched it, I enjoyed it, but I feel like I was watching more so because, oh my gosh, Rihanna's performing. Like, it was kind of so many things happening. But when, like, I watched it after and I really enjoyed it because... Yeah, we know Rihanna's not the best performer. Let's get out of the way. Rihanna's not the best performer. She's mostly vibes. But you do have to consider that she was pregnant. So that is obviously a hindrance in itself. Even though I feel like she did great. But she was pregnant. The only thing is, pregnant or not, you can just see that Rihanna's over music. Rihanna is over the music industry as a whole. She is...
Yeah, agreed. Very much so.
Yeah, like, she just...
Let's talk about the performance.
Yeah. I love the stage setup. The Super Mario thing. Not Super Mario, Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
That whole stage setup.
Okay, so I think I appreciate it more that I know she's pregnant now.
Yeah.
Because the first time I watched it, I thought, hang on, this is a bit slow.
Yeah.
But then,
This is what I was saying, because we were watching it together. Well, yeah. And everyone was like, Taz, you're what, like, what, and I was like, yes, obviously, we know Rihanna doesn't serve the best vocals. Like, it's not always going to be, she's not going to give you Beyonce. Yeah.
Yes.
But Rihanna definitely gives us more than what she gave that day. So watching it live and not necessarily having the confirmation that she was pregnant, I was like, something's missing a mark. Like, everything makes sense for Rihanna, but something is just one level down. Just something is, and then obviously I was like, I'm watching, I'm like, is she pregnant? Like, I'm seeing her bump, but I'm like, oh, wait, maybe it's her out. Maybe she's gonna give us an outfit change. Maybe it's part of the outfit. But then after she got confirmed, then I was like, oh, okay, no, she ate for a pregnancy. Like,
I think she did very well considering she's pregnant. Because I saw a lot of comparisons between Beyonce. Beyonce is just like one of a kind. Her performance skills.
She's the best performer alive.
Literally. Like, have you seen that video of where she's fully pregnant with the twins and she's like being pushed backwards on that seat?
Yeah.
Like, people don't do that. That's just Beyonce. She's in a league of her own.
and I think Beyonce is... either her team or her mind or whatever, they have such a good way of being artistic that even with minimal movements, it looks like Beyonce is doing a lot more. Whereas, like, because Rihanna was even with that choice, I feel like it's not even comparable to compare it to Rihanna because it's a slow song. It's a slow song anyway, so she doesn't necessarily have to be So it's an unfair comparison. So that I didn't understand the.
So I don't, but I'm not going to lie to you. I wasn't that overwhelmed with the performance. But the issue is, I think because... Do you want some more?
Oh, sure, why not?
I think because Rihanna's been away for so long, there's been such a high demand, such a high anticipation, so people were never going to be happy with what she did. She could have done the best thing since sliced bread, and it wouldn't have mattered. It still would have been received badly.
Because I thought this as well about the set list, because I was like, Rihanna has so many hits that no set list would have been happy.
Saying that, though, there were a couple of songs that she shouldn't have done, like Run This Town.
And Pose.
No, Run This Town. No, we needed to hear that.
I feel like she could have left. I feel like she could have left out. She could have left out Pose as well.
Well, to be fair, I feel like Run This Town would have worked if JC had been a guest.
Yeah,
she needed.
Yeah. If she did a guest for her to.
Yeah,
that's one thing. She didn't have any guests.
I think All of the Lights as well. I don't think that was very.
Yeah, I don't think that was necessary either.
I think she should have started with Consideration.
Unless she thought SZA out.
Do you know what in my head it would have been sick if she not necessarily bring Jay-Z out for this, but if it was the Rihanna Good Girl Gone Bad Take 3 act that intro, that would have been sick. But also Bitch Better Have My Money was not a thought that I'd like. But it makes sense. It makes sense.
I think we were never going to be happy.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But like, I don't think. It's not in the top end of the best like Super Bowl performances I've seen. I'm not going to lie, but I think she's so over it.
I think she just literally did it just to do it
and to make a bag.
Yeah, because she had to promote her Fenty, you know.
That was very clever. I love that bit.
But I feel like we would have gotten a different performance if she was. I don't necessarily think that she was over it, because when she did the interview, she got the offer to do the Super Bowl prior to her knowing she was pregnant. So she was 3 months postpartum when she agreed to do it.
Apparently, she's been offered to do the Super Bowl for 10 years now.
There's something about like the mistreatment of like black players in the NFL or something. So I don't know what's changed in the last year.
Jay-Z's now on the board.
The Super Bowl performance.
Yeah, because I think when it was 2018, I want to say, she was offered to do it one of the years, but that was the year Colin Kaepernick took the knee. And then she was like, in solidarity, I'm not going to do it anymore. And then I think they got, who did they get? I think that was that the year they got Coldplay to do it, or
yeah, Coldplay.
I think it was that was the year. Oh no, it wasn't Coldplay because otherwise Beyonce wouldn't have done it. I think that was the year they got Bruno Mars to do it. I think instead. Yeah. So obviously she's been offered, but again, she was also saying in her interviews the reason she hasn't done it, that and released the music is because she was waiting for like the time is right, but she was like
the time's never gonna.
It's never gonna be right.
We've again, I feel like a broken record. I think there's been such a high demand and such a high anticipation for her music for so long. It's never going to be what we expect. It's never going to be well received. I think because Rihanna has made such a legendary status for herself, I personally think she'll never make music again. I think she'll never make an album again. Personally, I could be wrong.
She said, music is coming this
years. She's been saying this for years. I'm very content with what she's made. I think what she has created.
No, I know she's been saying it for years, but I feel like this year could be the year because as much as she's been saying it for years, she's not been going on like rollouts. Like as much as like she did the Vogue cover. She hasn't really.
I'm gonna get my hope up for this 1 year.
I think this year, especially because like if you think about it, like we're saying, she agreed to do the Super Bowl before she knew she was pregnant. I think it was very much things were being set into motion because she then did Lift Me Up, and she was everywhere. I think like Rihanna didn't need to come out and do those songs. Like it doesn't do anything for her.
Agreed.
And Jay-Z's definitely forcing her.
Yeah, he's definitely pressurizing her, 100%.
Like, he's like, okay, you need to do this.
Is he signed to her label?
She's still with Rock Nation, yeah.
Okay. Personally, I think you two are getting your hopes up, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. And you're right.
Yeah. No, because there was also a rumor that she was meant to drop a song after the Super Bowl.
But let's be honest though, pop culture Twitter is very
No, but I swear the account that tweeted that was the same account.
Actual source.
The account that tweeted it was the same account that predicted Beyonce's Renaissance tour.
Okay.
Yeah, but she didn't drop anything.
She didn't drop anything, but it might not be directly after.
Okay, maybe next time. Maybe next time you two are here, we can review the album instead. But
yeah,
if it ever comes.
If it ever comes.
I'm not keeping my hopes up.
if you're going, if she goes on tour, we're all going because that could be the last time she ever goes. That will be
the last time.
There's no doubt in that.
So everyone buy the ticket, even if she's just two-stepping the entire time. We're going.
Okay, so let's talk about Love Island. Do you know what? I'm not going to lie. You two have been like my commentators for the last like 2 weeks. I had to watch like 7 episodes last night to catch up with you two. And I feel, I want to start off by saying I'm very happy that Winter Love Island's been axed.
100%.
Like,
it's always
to the demands.
It's such a vibe during the summer that
you can't escape it in the summer, can you? Everyone's talking about it, but the winter, like, it's just.
Do you know what it is? I feel like. Might sound delusional, but because it's summer and we feel the heat, we feel we feel like we're almost experiencing it with them. But it's cold. Why are you wearing a bikini and I'm under my duvet?
You two are like two of the very few people I know that watch it. Like I do not know. Like most of my friends gave up because they just thought it was. To be fair, the last couple of episodes have been relatively good. But like you two are like two of the few people I know that are actually like actively consume.
To be fair, not a lot of our friends watch it.
Yeah, mine have given up.
I feel like it's only because I started it. I feel like I'd have zoned out. But I'm like,
I'm sorry, I'm such a Love Island fan. Like even if it's shit, one day I'm gonna still watch it because I have so much FOMO. So like, even if the episode's bad, I'm going to watch it.
Even if no one's watching it though.
No, but Twitter's been good regardless.
This is true.
Twitter's always going to be, because as much as no one's watching it, people are watching it.
Okay, so where do we start then? Do we talk about...
Let's start from Castle and More, because I feel like that's what...
I just want to say something, right? So, I just think... Maybe I'm old-fashioned. Maybe I'm not with it. But, like, surely there is some alternative way to taking a test which doesn't involve...
That does not involve lips and everyone into Villa.
But doesn't involve locking lips. Like, is talking not a thing? Like, I'm just sat there watching and I think... Surely there's like another way we can get around this. Surely there's another way you can interact.
Because men are men, they can't take accountability of the fact that they're horny. You're horny.
God.
You're just horny. That's the only reason.
Literally that.
It's literally just horny. And I hate this, it's a test. There's, like, when we're on the outside, we have it. No, when that's just called challenges, babe. Like, that's whether it's distance or whatever, you're just trying to make it seem like...
And they really try to justify that.
I will say, though, to be fair, I genuinely, and controversial, I genuinely think the boys that fucked up are better than the girls that fucked up, because at least the girls have acknowledged at least the guys have acknowledged what they've done wrong. Whereas
100%.
Olivia and Tanya, they don't think they've done anything wrong.
A part of me doesn't think Olivia's done anything wrong, but that's just because...
Not even for calling Kai out when she's done the exact same.
Not Olivia, sorry, Tanya, sorry, I said...
How can you tell someone you love them, right? Be exclusive, because there's a bit...
But the only reason I feel like... The only reason I won't feel sorry for Shaq is because realistically, that's obviously people will say, being on the inside is different, but saying I love you after 2 weeks is insane.
No, that is
and the fact that even islanders that have been in Love Island are also saying it's very mad should tell you,
because even obviously you haven't seen last night's episode, but even then he's saying, I love her so much. How can you love someone after 3 weeks? Grow up.
And you actually, as much as like you spend 24, you're actually, they're not, because I think someone was saying that at times like they're not allowed to talk to each other, so it's not like they're together all the time.
Yeah, no, the producers push you to talk at particular times. Yeah, agreed.
Do you know what I think? I think it's also manipulative as well, because...
Very much so.
Saying I love you after 2 weeks, fam,
and like,
it kind of forces you into a corner.
And you kind of have to say yes. Not say yes, or you kind of have to say it back, really, don't you?
Yeah.
Otherwise it's awkward.
And I don't think Tanya loves Shaq.
No.
Definitely
but
not.
He doesn't love her either.
well, no, but that's the thing. Even if he does, don't say it. Don't say it. Because you saying it now, she has to act on that. And because she has to act on that, she's always going to feel a pressure because you've now said that. And you're going to get yourself hurt. As much as, the feelings are your feelings and they feel so strong, you have to be real. You have to be aware of where you are. And you have to be aware of other people as well. Most people don't fall in love within 2 weeks.
How long would it take you guys to fall in? I've never been in love, but
love. Boy.
If I was in Love Island, or just in general.
Let me Okay, so just in general, how long do you think? I know you can't predict these things, but okay, so say you fall in love. How long is it going to take for you to tell someone you fall in love? For me, it's months. Like, literally months.
I'm only telling you I love you if I'm in a relationship with you.
Oh, yeah, of course. Don't be dumb. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's is that not a given?
No, but I've fallen in love with someone before.
But you wouldn't tell?
But I'm not saying, God forbid I ever say before. So I can say, and you now go, nah, you stay right here.
Yeah,
you stay right here.
Okay.
I'm a bit shameless. I'll say it like when I feel it. Do you get like?
Oh, sorry.
Because I have like I've not got like, but I wear my emotions on my sleeve anyway. Like I'm very honest. Like if I love you, I'm gonna be like, I love you. But obviously,
you're a better man than
I think
you're better.
If we're like talking, unless like. I won't say it unless I'm sure that you're like, because obviously there's signs you can like, especially for me, like I know my love language is quality time. So if I'm like, I know like, even if you're just FaceTiming me to just be in the corner and we're not necessarily having a conversation.
But you're like that.
Yeah, like if you're doing stuff like that, I'm kind of like, like, yeah, like I love you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I miss you. Like,
okay.
But yeah.
I have too much pride for that.
Yeah, because
I'm too scared.
In my last relationship, I think we said it before we were, dating.
Oh, you're a better man than me, Taz. But do you know what, right? To be fair, I want to say, shout out to the Casa Amor girls, because, right, picture this. Imagine you've been like fucking lipsing some man for 2 or 3 days. They've pied you, and you've got to stand there for about, 40 minutes and watch them wrap their arms around their ex-missus? No, they're better people than me. I'd have to leave.
Do you know what I hate about the boys, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, they've done all of that while the girls are away. They've done all of this. They've lips this person, lips that one. But 30 minutes before the girls come, you're like, oh no, I still really, like, this is where my connection is. This is where... And you expect the girls to not feel a type of way.
The only guy, to be fair, that I think, I mean, okay, they all fucked up, but the only guy,
Will's the
like
only one
Will did feel guilty literally straight after, so you have to give him credit for that. Tom's just a twat. Tom is a
whore.
I don't think. Do you know what's that other one called? That nice looking one.
Casey.
I don't think he's that bad, to be fair, because they weren't actually like they were together for 2 days. I don't think that one's that deep, personally.
Wait, who?
Casey and Claudia. I don't think that one is that much of an issue. But that girl was very forceful with him. Like when she literally got on top of him, she did that.
No, but he liked it. Let's be real. And I think the thing is, I think with that situation, because he kept on going back to her, like it's not even like a case where like he was flirting her about. It was very much
did like a Will and like cut her off.
Yeah, like it was, and yeah, like he just kept going back to her to the point where like.
And he's whispering stuff.
Yeah, whispering.
Like we got a connection. I really love talking to you. She's going to... And you have to remember, these people in Customer, they've got a time limit. They have to get it off.
They have to make moves.
They have to make moves quick.
Okay.
And if you are... Bear in mind, you've been in the villa for how long? If you're responding to my quick moves the way you are, I'm going to get an inkling that this is working.
No.
But, yeah, it's you have to understand, like, when you're up there and they now switch their mind just like that because their girl's coming, you're going to feel upset. You are.
Okay, let's end it on this. Who do we think is going to win? Okay, no, sorry, two. Who do we think is going to win and who do we want to win?
None of them.
I don't want... Okay. I'm going to say this.
Is that the face you pull in the club, Taz?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, go on.
I want Tanya and Martin to win. Not because they're black. Yeah, because they're black. But because I like Tanya because I like the genre of women cheating, quote unquote. Because yes, get your lip back. Back. And yeah, I think Ron and Lana are gonna win. I don't want them to win.
I don't want them to win. There's no couples that I mean, I liked Will and Jesse. Before Will was a bit silly, I liked Will and Jesse. So if I had to put one, I would want them to win. But I think Lana and Ron, they're going to win.
Oh, 100%.
Especially after Castle Moore, they're going to win.
Yeah. He's in a good books now. But
I do feel like Will and Jesse could maybe still...
I really like Jesse. And I liked Will before he locked lips with someone else.
What about you? Who do you think is going to win?
Who do I think...
Who do you think... I know you don't want anyone to win, but who do you think's going to win?
Yeah, Lana and
Ron, yeah. So we're going to move on to dilemmas.
Okay.
There's no real way to explain this. I guess it's just dilemmas, really.
Yeah, like...
We're going to give you the best advice
ever.
I would love to know if these are my people or your people. So I'm going to use 4. Let's do 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it wrong if I like someone my friend has also liked and I want to pursue things with them? No. I don't think so.
I think it depends on the stage. But I think you also need to have a conversation with the friend before pursuing anything.
For sure. That's a given. I
think if it's a case where they were seriously talking and they've gotten to a place where like...
So the way this is worded, I think it's more like I don't think it's reciprocated. I think this is like me liking someone. You now liking them, but he didn't like me back.
Okay.
You want to pursue things.
Okay.
They didn't like me. That's how I perceived it.
Oh, yeah, it's a tough one.
It depends how deep it is.
Yeah.
Because you have those friends that are like infatuated by someone.
Yeah.
They're never gonna like them.
Okay. Yeah.
That they really, really like.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I get that because there's certain people that like say Taz will really like. I'm not gonna talk to them.
Yeah.
Even if they are attractive, I'm not gonna because just out of a loyalty thing, that's Taz's. That's his. That's his.
Okay.
So yeah, in that sense,
if it's just like they're hot, you find them out, you find them hot too. Okay, yeah, but I think if it's kind of like,
and you have to be clear with your friends, like me and Taz will make it clear. This
is mine.
Yes.
And this is yours.
You stay over there.
Yes.
You stay over there.
Okay, I just feel like it depends how long ago it was. If my friend really liked someone when we were like 20 and they didn't like them back, I'm going to be like, look, I'm telling you, communication is very key.
Yeah, if you communicate that and they're cool.
If you don't tell them, you're a dickhead.
Yeah.
But like tell them that you're into this person and then be like, look, I'm going to pursue. Nothing ever happened with you two. However, because I respect you and care for you, I'm telling you now before you hear or see something from someone else.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It would be very different if they liked them back and something happened. But if it's literally you liking someone and them not feeling any mutual...
I think I'm like that with other people, but for me, like, I don't care. Like, once I'm over someone, girl, have at it.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously, this does not mean if they're my ex, but like,
that's very different.
Yeah, if it's my ex, don't you ever in your life.
I cuss you.
But like, if it's kind of like, even like if it's like a talking stage or something, like if I'm over them, like
if I'm over them,
you can't fixate on a talking stage.
Yeah, like
not on this big day and age when we're all. You both 24. When we're all 24.
Yeah, you know, like
24 gang, come on.
You're not bamba, you're not chill with the big boys, like
Right, what do I do if a friend likes me and I like them, but they're in a relationship with someone who I'm also friends with? You can't do anything until they've broken up. But even then, I don't think you can do anything, to be honest.
Wait. Say that one more time. I need to connect the dots somewhere.
What do I do if a friend likes me and I like them, but they are in a relationship with someone who I'm also friends with? I don't think you can do anything.
Yeah, you actually can't.
You actually can't do anything. Because in your corner.
If you want to do anything, prepared to lose a friend.
How much do you value the friendship is the question, really. Yeah, no, you can't do anything. Especially if they're both like good friends as well.
And I think you have to weigh your risks, and your cons. Because if you do something, just you're gonna lose one friend, and are you happy knowing that you're losing this other friend?
And
do you get?
Also, is the man that good? People need to ask themselves.
And is it going to be long term? Because friendships last longer than relationships generally.
Exactly. So is the man even that good for you to be
like,
even
in 5 years? Are you going to be together?
And I think also you should look at the man sideways, because if you're at the point where you're within your relationship and you are liking people to that depth, that someone's even considering that, we should get into a relationship.
Yeah.
Why are you still in that relationship? Clearly, there's something in there that's not working for you.
And who's to say that he won't do the same thing with another friend?
Yeah.
I would leave it personally.
Yeah.
Just run.
Look, if you're like one of my people... I'm trying to think.
Imagine.
This is definitely one of your friends, because it's not mine.
No, imagine we're friends.
This is definitely one of your friends.
Imagine.
It's not one of mine.
We are friends, and you like my...
No.
And the man likes him back. Don't forget the man.
Yeah.
Everyone has to get...
Yeah.
This is definitely one of your friends, because this isn't one of mine. I can't...
God forbid, not me.
Okay. Matched with this guy on Hinge. Thought he was cute, but during a FaceTime, he smiled and he has crooked teeth. Is it bad if I never speak to him again?
That's it.
I have actually always said that teeth was the first thing I look at. You two have lovely teeth.
Thanks.
Like, lovely teeth. I've always said when I like go on a date or I look at something, teeth is the first. I refuse to meet people if I don't see their teeth.
Yeah.
But that's me. I'm quite biased. You could look like Shrek.
Yeah.
I remember I FaceTimed someone once that was like pursuing me, and they had a really strong list. Deaded it.
Because you can't cut that off. What's the word? You can't like ignore it after.
Yeah.
It's an it. I think
and I say this if there's something physical that is putting you off, or just feel like you actually have to let it go, because what can you actually do?
Teeth is a very big thing as well, because I love a great smile.
Me and you both.
I love a great smile. Yeah. And if the teeth is hindering it...
But I do love a gap tooth though.
Yeah, but you can still have nice teeth.
You can still have nice teeth and have a gap.
Yeah. I know, I just wanted to say that on camera.
Is there a gap? Is there like a man with like gap teeth that we've got?
Next.
Got to watch out for.
Next.
Oh, is that the last one already? That was quick.
Yeah, one more.
Okay. Oh my God. What?
Oh, yeah, that one.
Brace yourself. I accidentally pooped on my boyfriend while having sex with him last night, and now he doesn't want to have sex with me again. What should I do?
Oh, babe, you're going to have to move on.
Look, douche. Learn to do.
No, but the thing is, even if you do douche, if you're
Very unlikely.
We don't know. We don't know if they're gay or not. But if they are gay, you have to be, as the person that's putting the penis in the hole, you have to be prepared that something will come out, because realistically, you know where you're entering. Come on, and
that's like a soldier going to war. Not
and I'm sure they didn't want to purposely. I'm sure they didn't want to purposely poo on you. Like that's never the aim.
Some boys are into that.
Oh yeah, some boys are into, but most of the time, no one, because they're like, I can imagine that's so embarrassing. Like.
And then for your man to cut you off after that,
do you know how bad?
No, I think so realistically, you have to get out of that. If he's flat out refusing, I'm sorry, your relationship is over. I have to roll. Your relationship is over. You need to move in.
I feel like if you feel that strongly to end a relationship after one unfortunate incident, then. Well, yeah, it feels very disingenuous, doesn't it?
No, 100%.
So, what's going on? Like,
especially if you're putting your thing up someone's arsehole.
Like, what do you expect? What do you actually...
You have to have in the back of your mind. Obviously, you'd want them to douche
riches,
and everything.
Silver,
which
diamonds.
Most people do. Most people douche or clean themselves out. But this is a human body. Things happen.
Do you know, though, like, I don't know about you guys, I have a lot of friends that don't douche.
Oh, that's scary.
I have a lot of friends that don't douche.
That's scary.
Like,
but do they do the fiber pill thing?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, if they do the fiber pill.
What's the fiber pill?
So you take fiber, and it's not like, obviously fiber is. Welcome to Science with Taz. So fiber is useful for like our digestive system to like basically make like your poo softer and like make you more regular. Essentially.
Right.
So by taking the fiber pill, it's essentially just making when you do poo more efficient, so you properly clean yourself out a bit more. Not like a laxative, but just to make it a bit more efficient. So so people, Pure Men, or like you can get fiber supplements that you take just to, so when you don't need to douche as thoroughly.
Yes.
So people have been doing the fiber thing lately because it just...
do you have to be prescribed for it?
I don't know. You can get fiber. You can get them from Holland & Barrett's. Pure Men is on Amazon.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah. Well, Pure Men is the specific brand that are using. The girls. But you just any fiber supplements.
I think douching is standard, not gonna lie.
Not for my fucking friends.
No, but you can't just be shitting on everyone unless you like.
To be fair, it's more girls than guys.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Oh, girls that don't
douche. That don't douche.
Well, my thing, this is a bit controversial, but I don't know why girls do anal. I don't know why girls do that, because
I'm looking at the boyfriend a bit sideways when he prefers to do it.
Yeah, but also...
No, but it's tighter.
Why do you want to do it? Because there's no, like... Well, I know, like, the whole G-spot is in the...
To be fair, some girls love it. I know some female friends that really...
Because it's the same thing as, like, some people like nipple play, some people like your neck. Like, these aren't necessarily commonly sexual areas. Well, they're not sexual...
If I was a girl... That hole back there never getting touched. Sorry.
Yeah, pain is the closest thing to pleasure, so... But yeah, love, sorry, your relationship is over. You just have to figure out and move on. Fiber pills, recommendation, learn douching classes if they do those. I don't know. But anyway, your man is trash anyway, because if he's making you feel guilty about that, knowing that he's going up your bum,
very immature.
He's very immature, so you shouldn't be with someone that makes you. First of all, sex is a very intimate thing. If you're with someone that makes you feel uncomfortable about it, they shouldn't be with you. Like, you shouldn't be having sex with them. Period. Point blank.
Because that can do a lot to your confidence,
and it can fuck up your
100%
relationships as well.
Like, it's okay. Like, it was a mistake. You might not have wanted it to happen, but you live and you learn, and you've learned.
Do you know what I hope though? I hope they don't go around bad mouthing this person because they've done that.
Wouldn't surprise me.
That could be.
If they do, tell everyone that they asked you to shit in their mouth. If they do.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Cameras.
Get your lick back, like, yeah.
You need to get your lick
back, like, yeah.
Okay, all right. So we're going to. I'm just going to move the cover up for the last 30 seconds. Okay, so we're going.
Did that turn off?
Yeah, I think so. I heard the shot.
Yeah, it does after half now, but I'm just going to add the cover up because we've got literally a minute left, so there's no point. Okay, so we're going to end there. Guys, thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
I think this has been the funnest one yet.
Of course.
No, but you know what? No matter who it is, obviously I'm friends with you guys, so I know what you're like. But no matter who it is, I'm just there because some people just are very different in front of a camera. It's either too much or there's just nothing. It's right, okay, but. Thanks, guys. You give me the energy I needed, I wanted.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you for having us. You know,
this is our first guest appearance.
Yeah,
so
first of many.
Yeah. And we're honoured.
2023 is our year.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Taking over.
And guys, cheers to that.
Cheers to the freaking podcast. Drink to that. Yeah.
What are your socials, please?
Okay, so you can follow us at HotWave Podcast on everything. That's Twitter, TikTok, IG.
You got a TikTok?
Yeah, we got a TikTok. Yeah. It's not very active, but it will be.
It will be. Coming soon.
But also you can follow me at Marley Mior on everything.
And me, I'll have to spell it out, guys. If you tune into our podcast, I have to do this every time. It's WXVY_TAZ, Wavy Taz on every social media and platform. So, let's get it popping.
If you follow the podcast, our links are right there. So you can, it'll be easier then.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But thank you for having us. We had a great time. It's been fun.
Thank you. I love you both a lot. I'm very happy to be here. Please, right. So I know a lot of my friends are going to be watching this. So if my subscribe count doesn't go up, I'm going to be very surprised. So please comment, subscribe.
Period.
I have the best black queer creators in the game on this show. So.
Period.